Welcome back to another episode of Whiskey Whisperers. I'm Kevin.
I'm Nick.
And we're here to try a new tasting tonight with some Texas bourbon.
It is not bourbon.
Oh, it's not bourbon.
It is single malt. Single malt Texas whiskey. Aged in Kentucky bourbon barrels, though, and finished in Spanish Oloroso sherry casks.
That should give it a nice, interesting profile on the nose and also with the finish. So I'm interested to try that for sure.
It caught my eye at Total Wine because of this little label right here that said it got a 95 from Wine Enthusiast. So I'm expecting good things.
Yeah, and actually from the reviews, I've read some pretty good reviews with it, so I'm excited.
Well, I guess without further ado, let's open it up.
So Nick, what are you expecting to get out of this bottle?
Just based on the color, I have a feeling it's going to be a little sweeter and more mild in flavor.
Okay.
Than something maybe that's been aged a little longer.
Looks like a little bit of a lighter honey color too.
Yes. Usually the color I've found will determine, not every time, but usually, how robust or in your face the flavor profile might be.
It actually smells pretty nice.
It looks pretty, it's just light. It's very opaque. It's not very see-through, which also is a factor in how robust the flavor might be. You can see how cloudy that is.
Yeah.
Like, it's light in color, but it does look full-bodied. Like it's almost milky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually you can see it's got some leg on it too, which if you don't know anything about leg, that just kind of tells you that it's going to have a more robust flavor as it sits on the side of the glass and how the legs form. So
yeah, I'm getting no trail on mine. It's very sticky to the walls of the glass, which tells me that we're in for flavor country. It does smell mild.
Mm-hmm.
It smells nice, actually, really nice.
I'm picking up a very, I don't know about you, but a strong vanilla on the nose.
It smells very summery.
You can definitely pick up the white oak bourbon barrels.
Like, just by the smell, I can just see myself out on the patio. Everything's in bloom.
The nose on it is very, very nice. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. Wow. Subtle, but much better profile than the last one.
Yeah, for sure.
Like this, and it's so smooth. Very smooth.
Up front for me, I'm getting a sweetness, and that could be from just a toasted vanilla flavor with a hint of chocolate on the back end, and it's actually kind of a long finish for me. I don't know about you, but it's not peppered. It's really smooth,
yeah. But
it's just kind of a long finish going down. And I'll tell you, actually, this is a really good, for me, it's a really good sipping whiskey for sure.
Oh yeah. If you're not ready for something thoroughly aged, I'll classify it as that. Something dark or darker, more robust, then I think this is a standout in that category. It's mild in flavor, and the flavors that are there are very pleasant to drink. There's no alcoholness to it.
No.
It's almost like wine, in a way.
Yeah, you don't get that. You get the nose. There's not that upfront punch in your face, especially if you're doing it right when you're smelling the spirit. But if you just stick your nose in the glass and sniff, you're gonna burn your nose and you're not gonna get any of the flavors. So when you're picking out those flavors, you really kind of want to keep your mouth open just a little bit and breathe in, because you get the full experience. And each time you do, you're gonna be able to pick out new notes. And you might be thinking, Kevin, you're crazy, because I only smell one thing, or I'm only picking up one thing. But I will tell you, as you go through this, you'll start to understand the different profiles and the different flavors as you smell the nose on it. And then when you taste it, you're going to get a different experience each time. So I don't know about you, but I've been able to pick out certain things like the toasted vanilla, probably from the bourbon barrels, and a little bit of that sweetness, maybe the floralness of the sherry casks. But I'm getting a little bit of a hint of chocolate on the back end. So
yeah, almost like white chocolate.
Yeah,
like cocoa butter, but not cocoa itself. It's a cocoa butter, vanilla sweet, very smooth, very good whiskey.
Yeah, and I agree. I think this is a very good sipping whiskey for sure.
And not gonna lie, they weren't kidding. On the label, they mentioned peaches, and it's not like in your face, but you get that vibe with it.
And that could be part of the sweetness profile too.
Yeah.
No, these guys actually did a really good job. They know what they're doing. And
absolutely.
I don't know. What would you rate this, Nick?
I do enjoy a more robust whiskey, usually, but this is very good, very smooth. Definitely in my tops, I think now. It might even drop into my top 10. We'll see. I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
Wow, that's pretty out of 5. That's pretty high.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna give this probably about I don't know. Gosh, I don't want to be swayed by your 4.5.
No.
But I don't know. I think that I'm leaning towards that as well, just because this is. And actually, when I took this last sip, I could actually smell some toffee notes in this as well.
Yeah.
So each time I'm getting a different experience, which I think is fantastic. But bourbon is not just, or a spirit isn't just about what you drink. It's also the people you're with. So enjoy. I'm going to give this a 4.5 as well, just because of the flavor profile. It's a smooth spirit, and I agree that the 95 out of 100 wine tasters.
Wine enthusiasts.
Yeah, wine enthusiasts, just amazing. So yeah. So without further ado, this has been fantastic to be a part of all of you today. My name is Kevin. This is Nick, and we are the Whiskey Whisperers. Have a good night.
See you later.